In 1927, the Mississippi River broke its banks. It flooded 27,000 square miles, displaced nearly 1 million people, and paralyzed the American economy. The government demanded that this never happen again. They gave the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers an impossible mandate: tame the wildest river system in North America, force it into a fixed channel. Welcome to the Cobra Paradox. Today we're looking at the ultimate illusion of control. How the greatest civil engineering project in American history, the massive system of levees designed to protect us, may have amplified the scale of the rare floods they were meant to prevent. To understand the mistake, you have to understand fluid dynamics. A natural river is supposed to meander. It curves, shifts, and periodically floods its banks. This isn't a malfunction. It's how the river dissipates kinetic energy and deposits sediment across the floodplain. But early engineers saw these floods as inefficiencies, so they built thousands of miles of earthen levees and concrete flood walls. They channelized the river. From a mechanical standpoint, the small annual floods stopped, but it fundamentally altered the river's sediment and energy balance. Because the water was trapped between walls, it couldn't deposit its sand and mud on the floodplains anymore. Instead, the sediment dropped to the bottom of the riverbed. This is called aggradation. Over time, the riverbed rises relative to the surrounding land, increasing hydraulic pressure against the levees. In some sections, the river now flows at a higher elevation than adjacent neighborhoods, separated only by engineered barriers. But the physical engineering wasn't the deadliest mistake. It was the psychological trap it created. In risk economics, this is known as the safe development paradox. When the government builds a massive levee, it sends a clear signal to the public: this area is now safe. That false sense of security incentivizes millions of people, hospitals, and heavy industries to build infrastructure right in the middle of historic flood zones. We replaced high-frequency, low-impact floods with low-frequency, extreme, high-consequence failures. When infrastructure is eventually stressed beyond its design limits, the resulting catastrophe is orders of magnitude worse than if the levee had never been built. Simply raising levees indefinitely is not a sustainable long-term solution. Modern civil engineering has been forced into a radical paradigm shift. We have to artificially mimic the natural floods we spent a century trying to stop. When the river reaches critical mass today, the Army Corps of Engineers has to execute strategic retreats. They open massive spillways, or in extreme scenarios, sections are intentionally breached to relieve hydraulic pressure, purposefully flooding thousands of acres of land to save the major cities downstream. Whether it's fire, water, or fuel, the pattern repeats. The levee paradox teaches us a brutal lesson. When we try to eliminate volatility from a complex system, we often guarantee catastrophe. And this blindness isn't just about nature. Next time, we're looking at civil engineering and the illusion of traffic. How spending billions of dollars to build massive 12-lane superhighways doesn't solve gridlock, but mathematically guarantees it. Every week, engineering analysis, pattern recognition, uncomfortable truths. Subscribe if you want to understand the machine breaking the world. This is the Cobra Paradox.